Love should be easy. Why should it not? When all you want is to be loved, is to be loved. But love ain't easy. You taught me that. I let you in, now you want out, now you want out. I don't understand why you hurt me. I don't understand why you wanna let me down. Can't understand. Was it all worth it? You played me good just for a rush, just for a rush. So now I wrote a song about us, with tears running down my face. Now I wrote a song about us, just trying to fill that empty space you left behind. You left behind, you left behind. You left behind. You left behind, you left behind. Can someone help me to find love again? 'Cause all I want is to be loved, is to be loved. Can someone free me from all my doubts? Feels like a prison, I want out, now I want out. I don't understand why you hurt me. I don't understand why you wanna let me down. Can't understand. Was it all worth it? You played me good just for a rush, just for a rush. So now I wrote a song about us, with tears running down my face. Now I wrote a song about us, just trying to fill that empty space you left behind. You left behind, you left behind. You left behind. You left behind, you left behind. So now I wrote a song about us, with tears running down my face. Now I wrote a song about us, just trying to fill the empty space you left behind. You left behind, you left behind. Oh, you left behind. You left behind, you left behind.
Wait, I'm on. There we go. All right, there we go. It's live. I got to tell you that. All right, so I'm Jan. This is 316 Yoga, and we are live, always live, every day for you. It's a lot of fun. We enjoy doing our yoga, and it's real. Like I said, no cuts, no takes. It's all live. It's all real. So give yourself the next 60 minutes to feel better, to feel stronger, to feel more courageous than you do right now. And you really will. You're going to get strong and you're going to stay strong. This is a practice to emphasize strength and balance, and we all need that. Muscle, as you build your muscle, it builds confidence and resilience. And I'm not talking like He-Man strength, like, huge big muscles everywhere. No, we're past that. We're just doing functional strength that keeps you moving, that keeps you flexible, that keeps you stable, so you can continue to live your best life off of your yoga mat. As I said, I'm Jan. This is 316 Yoga. That's Bonnie, that's Piper, Dwayne's behind the cameras. It's all good. But most importantly, this is your practice. Bottom of the screen says, do what's right for your body. Always do what's right for your body. Nothing more, nothing less. Do what feels good. Don't worry about about how the pose looks. Adjust this practice to what's right for you and don't hurt yourself. Maybe take it just a little slower. Maybe take it not all the way, but just don't hurt you, the one and only you, and come back. That's the thing. You got to come back. You got to have the courage, and that's the word today. Where is that word? Courage. Here it is, right there. Courage, courage, there, courage. Courage is what you need. Courage gives you strength. Courage, oh my gosh, it's so easy to become discouraged. Don't become discouraged. Have courage, just try. And I like this. This isn't the definition of courage, but think of this when you think of courage. Life shrinks or expands in proportion to your courage. Gosh, you want to expand your life. Gosh, you want to have fun. Gosh, you want to have that growth mindset. And it begins with just trying. You're here, check that box, good on you. Let's start. Okay, you're going to need some props today. This is a practice that's called a vinyasa flow. The props you might want to have for this practice are the usual props. We do different practices every single day. Today's might be one of the most challenging, but don't let that discourage you. Try it. Take it to a lesser percentage and enjoy. 2 yoga blocks, maybe a third block that's a little smaller, it's up to you. You might want to have your strap or a belt to your favorite bathrobe to use for boat pose, for example, let's say. I'm not going to use any straps today. We'll do that other days so you can learn how to do it. Just come back and try. Have your eye shade, your little towel, some water, and let's go. Come on up to standing. You might want to have a chair also. Chair is a great prop to have to allow you to find your better balance. Okay, no big deal. Don't sweat it. That's the biggest thing. I mean, I think so easily our minds get invaded with thoughts of, I can't, I shouldn't, forget it, yeah. No, try. You can do it. Close your eyes, hands to prayer center. Take a deep breath in through your nose and a big sighing breath out through your mouth. Let the doubt go. Breathe in courage. Think of a courageous warrior. A courageous warrior, they puff their chests up. When you fill your lungs up, you feel the chest fill. And let all the negativity go. Sigh it out audibly. All right, this pose is called Samastitihi. In this pose, your shoulders are over your hips and you're firmly rooted into the earth. As your eyes are closed, come up with a little mantra, a positive statement that you are going to put into your head today and say it over and over again. Maybe I'm emphasizing courage. Maybe that's what you need. Maybe just the simple statement of I am courageous. Try it. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out, sigh it out. I know it might sound silly. Just let go of those thoughts even. Just give it a try. Let's take our confidence stance. Blink your eyes open. Put your hands on your hips or have a chair nearby. Feet a little wider than hip width distance. Strike that pose of confidence like a Superman, right? Send your elbows back, shoulders down, chest lifted. Puff up the chest. Take a deep breath in. And a big confident rush of all the negativity out through your mouth. Let's come on up onto the balls of our feet. All right, so not only are we building courage in the body, but we're building strength in the ankles, our foundation. We always talk about that. Strength in the ankles, strength in the feet to keep you strong and moving forward. As your life expands, don't let it shrink. Breathe in, breathe out. So, strengthen the ankles, strengthen the feet. A couple times, come back down onto your heels, lift your toes up and wiggle them. And go back and forth. Find your balance here. No problem if you got a chair. Breathe. Do what you can with what you got, always. And let that be good enough. Don't diss yourself. Don't be down on you. All right, rocking back and forth on the feet. Let's come on down, adjust your feet so they're nice and calm and firmly rooted. Lift your arms up high to the sky. Extended mountain. We'll do this pose a lot today too. Spiral your pinkies in, a little give in your elbows if that feels better. But while you're up here, try to let your shoulders come down. Don't have them hiked up near your ears. So easy to do. Let the shoulders come down as you reach through your fingers and root into your feet. Think strength from the earth, from your foundation, up to the sky. You are limitless. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Interlace your fingers, palms up to the sky. Gentle sway in a pose called palm tree. So lateral flexion of your spine, sideways movement, getting into those intercostal muscles between your ribs. You're firmly rooted and you're just swaying. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. All right, courage. Put those 3 little letters in front of it, that little prefix of discourage. Get rid of those. Don't be discouraged. Always have courage to try. Try. Breathe. So easy, so common for the enemy to fill our heads with those discouraging thoughts. Just banish them. You don't have to think them. You're in control of your mind. Push those thoughts away and live your best life. All right, come on back up. Palm tree pose. Remove your hands and bring them to your low back. Palms can be down or fingers. These are your fingers. Fingers can be down or fingers can be up. Push your hips forward, gaze forward, and maybe even look to where the ceiling and the wall meet, or look overhead as if a raindrop were going to fall right between your eyes. Breathe in. Sigh it out. Nice controlled little back bend. Fold forward now. Hinge forward. Remove your hands. Let them hang toward the earth. All right, we're tight. Bend your knees a little bit. Breathe. Let your gaze go back toward your knees. Let your gaze go up toward your belly button as you just decompress your spine. Let your arms hang toward the earth. They can touch or not. It's up to you. Chin toward your chest. Don't be discouraged. No negative thoughts here. You are doing great. You are moving. Wiggle your knees a little bit. Let this feel good. Finish and still your body. Roll your spine up 1 vertebra at a time. Sweep your arms on up. Come back to your extended mountain. Lift. Breathe in. Breathe out. Float your arms down. Tee them out nice and wide. Let's do little arm circles here. Arms are teed out. And you are drawing circles on the side of your room. Add your knees in here. Bend your knees a little and straighten the knees when the hands come up. Now really work on your knees. I know they might be crickety. They might not feel so great, but you gotta move. You gotta try. You've got to move if you want to continue to move. Don't stop. Breathe. Maybe the arm circles get bigger. Maybe your arm circles go in the opposite direction. Breathe. Bend in the knees. The more you do it, the better it feels. And when you're ready, let's finish. Come on up to standing. Big coat swing. Arms down by your sides. Twist to one side, then the other. Look over your shoulder, then look over the other shoulder. You're feeling the twist here. That's what you want to feel. Maybe you go even farther. Maybe you go a little bit less. Doesn't matter how it looks. It matters how it feels for you and only you. Twist, turn, look over a shoulder, then the other. Arms are soft, shoulders are soft, arms are just hanging out. Come back to the midline of your body. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Let it go. Hands to prayer center. Take a deep breath in. Let it go with your deep breath out. Ragdoll pose, a favorite one of so many of us. Feet hip-width distance apart. Hands to opposite elbow creases. Fold in half. Look back to your belly button or your navel. Wiggle your hips. Hands are at opposite elbow creases. Start to sway them from side to side. Eyes can be opened or closed if you want to challenge your balance a little bit. Breathe. Decompress your low back. Let this feel awesome. And remember, living your yoga off of your mat. If you're sitting a lot during your day, and who doesn't, get up, move, and do your ragdoll. Let your low back feel great. Stay here longer if you like. I'm going to go into a child's pose. Still your body at the midline. Release your hands to your mat and come on down to your knees. Take your child's pose. Knees together, big toes touching, hips can go back to your heels. You can use a block and bring it underneath your forehead. Arms can be long, down by your sides. Fingers toward the bottom of your mat as your shoulders are away from your ears. Breathe in. Sigh it out, let it go. Lengthen through the spine. An alternative is your wide-legged child's pose. Knees spread wide, big toes touch, hips go back to your heels, and your arms reach long to the top of your mat. You can rest your head on your block or your head on your mat. Breathe in. Sigh sigh it out. Imagine your tailbone going more to the back of your room. This is a pose. Remember this pose. You may come back to this anytime you want. You can stay in it. You don't have to leave it. You can stay right here. This is a relaxing pose. It's a pose of surrender. As you reach your arms forward, if you chose this option, you're getting a nice stretch in your shoulders. In either option, your knees and your ankles and your quadriceps are getting a nice stretch as well. Tailbone to the back of the room, crown of the head to the front. Breathe in. Sigh it out. Now here is a way you can breathe that will help you build heat in your body and stay focused on you and your practice and your time on your mat. If you'd like, close your lips and breathe in and out of your nose. This is called Ujjayi Pranayama breath. This helps you build heat and focus on you. Listen to the sound of your voice. Listen to the sound of your breath in the back of your throat. Breathe in. Breathe out. With each inhale, be courageous. Puff up your chest like a big warrior. Nice, tight, strong chest. And as you exhale, allow yourself to rest and let go of that which doesn't serve you. This is your child's pose. Come back anytime you want. Right now, I'm going to press on up into a neutral tabletop, and I'm going to send my legs up, straighten my legs. I'm going to press my heels toward the earth, walk my hands back to my feet. Inhale, arms sweep up. Take an extended mountain pose. Let's go through some sun salutation A's. So lengthen up through your fingers. Remember this pose, shoulders away from the ears, pinky spiraled in. Lengthen up. Extended mountain. Exhale, hands to prayer center. Tell yourself that little mantra. Maybe it's I am courageous. Breathe. As you exhale, fold forward. Hands reach toward the earth. Chin tucked toward your chest to allow the crown of your head to hang toward the earth. Little bend in your knees. If that feels good, let it be. You could be seated in a chair doing a very similar practice today. You'd be seated in the chair, draping your chest toward your thighs. It's all good. Breathe in. Sigh it out. Walk your hands forward here. Come into a Chaturanga Dandasana. To do that, step your feet back. Feet are hip-width distance apart. Hinge forward into a high plank. Shoulders over your wrists. Fingers spread wide. Press into the earth. Here is the pose at its fullest expression. Bend your elbows, hover above the earth in a low plank. Straighten the arms to come onto the tops of your feet and come into an upward facing dog. An option would be to drop to your knees if you like. Tuck your back toes under, send your hips high to the sky, press into the earth, pedal your heels toward the earth as you come into a downward facing dog. Let your gaze go back towards your knees or toward your belly button. Shake your neck, loosen your neck, and breathe. Push harder into the earth and send your tailbone higher to the sky. Still your feet. Walk your feet to your hands or your hands back to meet your feet. Inhale, arms with a flourish. Come up to extended mountain reach. Exhale, hands through prayer center. Fold forward. Take it at your pace here. Inhale, arms come up, hands come to your shins, squeeze your shoulders back, lengthen through your spine. Your back is flat like a tabletop. Exhale, come on down. Let's do Chaturanga Dandasana again. Here's an option for you. Come down to your knees. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, low plank, hug the elbows in, bring your chest toward the earth. Inhale, press the earth away. Come into your upward facing dog with your chest shining forward. Exhale, down dog. You can send your hips back towards your heels, totally fine. Then make your way to a downward facing dog in its classic traditional sense. Tuck your toes towards your shins, tailbone lifted, pedal. Let's do it again, your favorite way. Walk your feet to your hands or your hands to your feet. Inhale, arms sweep up to the side of the room. Reach. Exhale, hands through prayer center, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, back is flat. Exhale, plant your hands on your mat and do your variation of your Chaturanga Dandasana. I'm going to go high plank. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pedal and breathe. Walk your feet to your hands, or walk your hands to your feet. Inhale, arms sweep up, extended mountain. There, you did a sun salutation A. Let's move on to a sun salutation B. Arms are lifted. This one really lends itself well to being seated in a chair, if you like. Bend your knees as if you were seated in a chair. Send your weight back into your heels. Reach parallel arms to the front of your room and sink a little bit lower. This is your chair pose called Utkatasana in Sanskrit. Reach your fingers, sink your bottom lower. Hold on, your quads are strong, you can do it. Chair nearby, hands on your hips, it's all good. You want to feel the strength in your quadriceps. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, sit lower. One more big inhale to lengthen. This time, hands to prayer center, straighten the legs. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to your shins, back is flat, lengthen through your tailbone and the crown of your head. Exhale, plant your hands, Chaturanga Dandasana. We've done this before. We're going to do it a lot today, so take the variation that you like and shake it up. Maybe do them, intermix them. High plank, exhale, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pedal. Inhale, right leg kicks high. Exhale, sweep it through to a low lunge. So the right foot is in between the two front hands. Inhale, rise up. And when you're ready, I'm gonna switch sides here. Bring the back foot down. Back foot comes down at a 45 or 90 degree angle, whatever feels right for you. Bend into your right knee, knee over ankle. Left leg is straight and down. Tee out your arms, sink a little bit lower here. Maybe wiggle your right toes to work the right thigh a little more parallel to the earth. If you're seated in a chair, your bottom's on the chair. You've just twisted and you got your right cheek on the bottom. Arms tee out, inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, settle in. Look to the right, reach to the right, tick-tock the arms like a clock. Press the bottom arm into the right thigh. Press the left arm up to the sky. Inhale, look up. And when you're ready, reverse warrior. Right arm goes high, left arm goes down. Look up. Breathe. Exhale. Cartwheel your arms. Take the hands to the ground on the inside and outside of the right foot. Turn your left foot toward the front of the mat. Send your right foot back to meet the left. You can do a Chaturanga Dandasana here if you like, and we'll meet back in a down dog. Pedal and breathe. We're gonna do the next side, the left side. So what you wanna do in your down dog, keep pedaling, then still it, send your left leg high, kick it high. Exhale, sweep it through to a low lunge. Come on up to standing as you spiral the back foot down at a 45 or 90 degree angle. Left knee bends, arms tee out, maybe wiggle the toes a little more to the top of the mat so you can work this left thigh even more parallel to the earth. Arms tee out, lengthen up. Exhale, look left. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, reach left. Tick-tock the arms like the arms of a clock. 6 o'clock and 12 o'clock. Push the inner left thigh open, ensuring that the knee is still over the ankle. Right arm lifts, breathe. Inhale, reverse warrior. Right arm comes down, left arm goes up. Exhale, cartwheel your arms. Chaturanga Dandasana. Left foot meets right. High plank to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And pedal and breathe and shake your neck. So much to remember. All right, walk your feet to meet your hands or hands to meet your feet. Inhale, arms sweep up. Take your extended mountain pose. Lengthen up in your extended mountain. Come on up and reach. Breathe. Take your chair pose, Utkatasana. Bend your knees and reach the arms. Sink a little lower and reach the arms. Breathe here, stay strong, thighs are strong. Hands to prayer center, straighten the legs, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to your shins, back is flat. Exhale, walk your hands forward and take your Chaturanga Dandasana. To do that, high plank, maybe take it on your knees. Low plank, push the earth away, come to upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog, maybe send your hips back to your heels, or take down dog with the legs straightened. Neck loose and pedal. Inhale, right leg kicks high. Exhale, sweep it through to a low lunge. Rise on up to standing. Plant your feet. They should all be down, nice and solid and strong. Warriors have a strong foundation, right? Bend the right knee, tee out the arms. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, settle in. Act as if you're squeezing the mat together with your strong thighs. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, look right and reach. Tick-tock, 6 and 12. Push the inner right leg open. Lift the arm up to the sky. Inhale, reverse warrior. Right arm goes up, left arm goes down. Breathe. Maybe this time take it even farther and enjoy that stretch. Exhale, cartwheel the arms. Surround the right front foot. Right foot goes back to meet the left. You can do a Chaturanga Dandasana here, or just meet us back in downward facing dog. Pedal it out. Let it feel really good for you today. Still your dog. Exhale the left leg high. Sweep it through, low lunge. Come on up to standing, solid foundation. Arms tee out, look left. Exhale, reach left. Tick-tock, 6 and 12. Inhale, exhale. On the next inhale, rise up, warrior two. Or reverse warrior. Right arm down, left arm high. Breathe. Maybe reach to the back of the room with that left arm. Exhale, cartwheel your arms. Chaturanga Dandasana, high plank if you want. Low plank, upward facing dog, chest shines forward. Downward facing dog, hips go high. Pedal the feet and breathe. Shake the neck and let it go. Hinge forward slightly, bringing shoulders over your wrists. High plank. Bend your knees, hover the knees above the earth. There's your crouching tiger plank. Hold, breathe, come down to your knees. All right, grab a drink, have a seat. How are you? Hi, Betty, you ever faithful yogi. All of you guys, Tyrone, Liz, Diane, Stan, Marietta, Tammy, Rena, Tim, Steve, Martin, Andrew. How are you guys doing? Arena, how are you? Grab some water, okay. All right, so you did your sun A, you did your sun B. Got another couple of fun poses before we go into our core stuff. Well, it's all core, right? I mean, you're working everything. Come on up to standing. As you come up to standing, let's go into a chair pose. All right, chair pose, remember this? Bend your knees, get comfortable here. Reach your arms forward, breathe. Breathe in, breathe out. Hands to prayer center. Knees are together. Work them a little more together. You don't want one going forward of the other. And it's gonna happen. Just hold on and we're gonna correct it. Hands to prayer center, stay right here. Sink low in your bottom. Left elbow, bring it to the outside of your right knee. And there goes that left knee forward. Bring the knees back. Hands are stacked, elbows are stacked. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist again. All right, this is your little prayer twist. Hands are in prayer, right? But let's open them up. Left arm goes down, right arm goes up. Here's your golf swing. Breathe, twist, really a good pose. All right, bring your hands back to prayer center. When you're ready, sink a little bit lower. Hold on here. Hands are at prayer center. Your chest is forward. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Let's do the same pose on the other side. Right elbow outside of the left knee. There goes the right knee forward. Bring it back. Sink low, press into your hands. Elbows are stacked. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Twist again, and then open up your arms. Breathe. Breathe. Lengthen through the fingers. This really does work if you play golf. It really does. Had a golf player once who was one of my students, and we made a bet. I said, you go to your next golf match. If you win, he'll give me the pot, and he did. He won because of his yoga. He's convinced. Send your hands back to prayer center. Hands to prayer center, sink low. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Stay low. How are your quads? Are they burning? Oh, yeah. Let's do that wonderful pose called gorilla pose. Your knees are bent. You're sinking low. Take the palms of your hands, put them under your feet so your wrists are touching the tops of your toes. If you wear rings, this will cure you of wearing rings to yoga ever again. All right, step on your hands. toes towards your wrists. Let your elbows splay out to the side of the room, and then bring your gaze back between your legs. Pull your elbows to the side in your gorilla pose. Breathe. Let's finish here. Remove your hands from underneath your feet. Give them a wiggle. Come on down to your mat. Come on down. Let's do our usual little core series. Breathe in and out of your mouth and nose if you like, or keep your lips sealed. Try that and see what happens. All right, Supta Baddha Konasana sit-ups. If you want to use the strap for boat, now's the time to bring it near your shoulders. It's up to you. I'm gonna bend my knees, soles of my feet touch, pinky toes toward the mat, knees open wide, hands to prayer center. Come back to your mantra. Breathe in. Exhale, breathe it out however you like. Come all the way back down to reclined. Take it slowly because you can. When you are ready, either hike your heels up a little closer towards your groin or further away, whatever feels good. Lots of external rotation in the hips happening here. Let the knees come toward the earth. Bend your elbows, fingertips lightly to your temples. Let's work on what they say works on the low abs. When you're ready, on an exhale, peel your shoulders up. Inhale, down. Exhale, up. Inhale, down. Lift and lower, little lifts as you see fit. Breathe. All right, these are called your Supta Baddha Konasana sit-ups. Lift and lower, lift and lower. Feel it in your low ab area. When you're ready, let's keep the elbows lifted and pulse up, up, up toward the sky. Think of your chin lifting toward the sky. You shouldn't be looking down toward your feet. You should be looking up. Always look up. Breathe, little pulses. Let's finish. Bring your shoulders down. It's time to bicycle. Bring your knees together at the midline of your body. Soles of the feet can stay planted on your mat, and you can lift your shoulders up again. Fingers are still at the temples. Work opposite elbow toward opposite knee, little by little. Or keep the shoulders down. Lift the legs up. Knees over your hips, toes towards your shins. Drive through your heels as if you were riding a recumbent bicycle. Put it all together, fingers at the temples, peel the shoulders up, elbow toward opposite knee as one leg extends and the other one bends, and alternate. Perhaps straighten your legs and scissor kick them. Your call, your yoga, your way. All right, let's finish here. Legs go long, arms go high overhead, stick pose, point your toes, reach through your fingers. Big number one, breathe, sigh it out. Boat pose, Navasana. You know, this one, be careful. If you have osteoporosis or osteopenia, check with your doctor to see if rocking on your spine is okay. All right, so I'm gonna take my hands. You could take your strap if you're familiar with using that. This is a great pose in which to use your strap. I'm gonna bring my hands behind my knees and I'm gonna rock and roll up a couple of times. Just have fun with this, back and forth, rocking on the spine. If it's okay for your bones. Enjoy it. Have a little bit of fun with it. All right, let's finish. Come on up to seated. Lean on back. Heels are on your mat. Chest is lifted. Back is nice and straight. Hold on. Maybe lift one leg or the other. Maybe lift both legs just a little bit. It's up to you. Maybe release your hands. Maybe start to straighten your legs. Maybe lift your arms up too toward the sky. Breathe. Hold it. Boat pose. Let's row the boat. Hands to prayer center. I'm going to put a little bend in my knees. Row, row, row your boat. One elbow towards the earth and the other. Like you're in a rowboat with your legs lifted. Who'd do that? All right, breathe, breathe. There you go. Let's finish in our boat and come back to a natural seated position. Draw your heels up toward your bottom. Wrap your forearms around your shins. Hold on to your forearms. Lengthen up, hollow out the belly. Let your chest touch your thighs. Maybe cosmic egg pose. Press the weight into your toes. Maybe lift the weight out of your toes and find your balance here as you tuck your chin towards your chest and maybe your gaze down towards your belly button. Hold it here and then we'll finish. Bring your feet on down to your mat. Crisscross at the ankles and come into your downward facing dog pose. Arms down to the mat, The hips go high, pedal it out, and breathe. Shake your neck. We're gonna do a lunge now. All right, to do this lunge, from your downward facing dog, kick your right leg high. Sweep it through to a low lunge. Been here before, right? This can be a little different with the back foot though. Right foot is between the two front hands. Now stand up, but keep your gaze towards your right foot. Your back foot, your left foot, let it be lifted so you're on the ball of that foot. Now comes the fun part. Bend into your knees. Bend into both knees, maybe wiggling the right foot a little forward, having the right knee over the right ankle. You want to work that back knee down, down, down. Here's a couple uses for blocks. You could take your block, slip it under your back knee. That feels nice. Think of the ground coming up to your leg. Let it be. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Back heel is lifted. Your gaze is forward. Right leg is forward. Arms go up to the sky. Take a baby back bend. Arms go back up to the sky. Hands back to prayer center. If you like the block there, keep it. You know, another way to do this pose is you could slip that back knee down to the earth. Kind of the same thing. The block just brings the earth up to you. Or stay a little bit lifted in that back leg. Push into both feet, hands at prayer center, take a deep breath in. Let's go back to that twist again. Left elbow outside the right knee, just like we did in our prayer twist. Hands stacked, elbows stacked. Inhale, lengthen, look down at your right toes. Look a little to the right of the room. Look to your right hands. Maybe look up your right hands. Your hands. Look to the right side to your hands. Look to your right elbow. Breathe, hold it here. This is your twist. Hands back to prayer center. Knee comes down. Hands go inside the right front foot. Back toes come back onto the top of the back foot. Wiggle your right toes to the top right corner of your mat. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Get them up there as far as feels right in your runner's lunge. Hands plant on your mat. Left leg is nice and straight. That's a place where you could put a towel underneath your knee. Press into your hands, maybe open up onto the pinky edge side of your foot. You can have a block to bring the ground up to you. You can bring your forearms down to the block, lengthen through your spine. You could drop down to a smaller block. If the ground just seems too far away, but the block is too easy, there's always some other way to do it. Bring your forearms down to the earth if you like. Press into your hands. Bring the sole of the right foot back down to your mat. Then send your right leg back to meet your left. Sweep it on back. Come into a side plank. Side plank. Shoulder over wrist. You can stay down on your left knee. Right leg lifts. Right arm goes up to the sky. Breathe. Take it another way. Legs can be long and tripoded. Ankles can be glued together. Want to make sure my shoulder's over my wrist and send the arm up high to the sky. Side plank, stay lifted. Finish here, arms come down. You come back to a down dog and pedal. If you want, Chaturanga Dandasana. It's 4 parts. It's a high plank, maybe on your knees. It's a low plank, maybe on your knees. Inhale, upward facing dog, maybe on your knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. Maybe you stay down on your mat, or you straighten the legs and pedal it out. We have another side to do. Let's kick the left leg high. Exhale, sweep it through in between your hands and rise on up for your lunge. All right, shoulders toward the short side of your mat. Left toes forward, back, right heel lifted. Sink low, sink low. Use that block if you want. Hands to prayer center, it's up to you. Maybe arms go high to the sky. Take a little back bend. Hands back to prayer center. Inhale, lengthen up, fill your chest. Right elbow outside of the left knee. Hands are stacked and twist to the left. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. Finish up. Hands back to prayer center. Come down to that back knee if you weren't already there. Top of the back foot is on the mat. Hands come inside the left front foot. Wiggle and jiggle the left toes to the top left corner of your mat as best you can. Right leg is long and straight. You're feeling the same sensations here as when we do our surfing pose most days, or maybe when we do bridge. All right, breathe. Open up onto the pinky toe side of that foot. Hands to the block. Maybe forearms to the block, maybe forearms to the earth. Lengthen here and breathe. We don't stay very long in today's practices. We squeeze a lot of poses in a short period of time. Plant your hands, straighten your elbows. Left foot goes back to meet the right. Take your side plank. Most important part here, right shoulder over right wrist. Knee can be down, leg long. Legs can be long and together. Lift. Take your side plank. Look up to your hands. Stay lifted in your hips. And then finish. Hands come down. Come back to your down dog. You've got time to do Chaturanga Dandasana if you want. I'm going to pedal out my heels, shaking my neck and letting it be before we go into our balancing poses. All right, let's meet back at down dog. Walk your feet up to meet your hands, or hands to meet the feet. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold in half, breathe. Inhale, arms sweep up, extended mountain. Tree pose, hands to prayer center. Lengthen up. A chair nearby might be a great companion for this pose. I'm going to root into one foot. Open up the other foot to the side of the room. Balance on the ball of your foot here if you like. Use that chair if you like. I'm going to push the inside, the bottom of my foot inside my thigh. I'm going to bring it on up to the thigh. Keep it on the calf if you want. Just don't put it on your knee. Hips are equidistant to the front of the room. Here's where your focus comes in. Look to where the ceiling and the wall meet. Don't look at the TV. Don't look at anything that's moving. Press the foot into the leg into the foot. Grow your branches if you like while holding onto a chair if you want. Sway the branches a little bit. Push the foot into the leg and leg into the foot. Find your balance and concentrate. Hands back to prayer center. Guide the right knee to the front of the room. Plant the foot next to the foundational foot. Take a deep breath in. Maybe eyes closed. Clear the slate. We got a whole other new side to do. Have the courage to try. Root into the other leg. Open up the other knee. Slide the foot up to whatever feels right for you today. Don't take it any farther. Don't take it any less. Try. Push the foot into the leg and the leg into the foot. Hands to prayer center. Look up. Look up. Breathe. Shoulders are over your hips. You are strong in your foundation. Your legs are strong. Grow your branches if you like. Sway them if you like. Hands back to prayer center. Guide the knee to the front of the room and then set it down. Take a deep breath in. Back to your mantra, I am courageous. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Let it go. All right, now take a big step forward with your right foot. We're going to do toppling tree here. So big step forward with your right foot, little bend in your right knee. Kind of looks a lot like your warrior 3 pose. But we're going to lift that back leg a little bit or a lot. Hands come back to your low back. Thumbs are at your low back. Now hinge forward, looking down to your right toes, lifting the left leg up, and working your interlaced fingered arms up toward the sky. There's your toppling tree. Hands back to prayer center as you keep your balance on this strong foot. Left foot meets right. Come back to standing. Breathe in, breathe out. Tell yourself a little yay, I did it. All right, step back with the right foot. Hinge forward onto the left. Little weight, no weight in the back foot. Little bend in the front knee. That's important. Don't lock the knee out. Hinge forward as the leg lifts. Hands come to your low back. You got to concentrate here, don't you? Lift the leg. Lift the interlaced fingers. Fold forward. Look at your left toes. Your leg is strong. Don't give up. Don't quit. Slowly, hands back to prayer center. Right foot meets left on your mat. Nice job in your toppling tree. Eagle pose. Bend your knees. Bend your knees. Sit back as if you were in a chair. When you're ready, arms can be at opposite shoulders. Keep them at prayer center, always a good place to be, or reach your arms forward. Nice counterbalance. I'm going to sweep my right arm under my left. Palms touch, elbows squeeze down, look over your fingers. Sink low and hold here. There, you got eagle arms going on. Stay here. Or add in the leg. Right leg is going to lift up. Cross the right leg over the left. Top of the right foot hooks behind the left calf. Sink low. Bring your shoulders back a little bit over your hips. Squeeze down through the elbows. Squeeze in the legs. Hold. There's your eagle. Plant the right foot next to the left. Arms sweep up, open up. Chest lifts, gaze goes up. Think of the possibilities. Expand your life. Don't narrow your life. Have the courage. Bend your knees. We're going to do it again on the other side. This time, left arm is going to sweep under the right. Palms touch, elbows squeeze down. Your gaze is over your fingers. Left leg lifts, crosses over the right. Top of the left foot hooks behind the right calf. Sink low and squeeze down. Breathe. Tight squeeze. Be strong. When you're ready, left leg meets right. Arms sweep up. Extended mountain. Little baby back bend as your chest rises up. Breathe. Exhale. Hands to prayer center. Dancer pose. All right, for your dancer pose, lengthen up. Arms go up. Breathe. Right arm circles around and around and around. Remember those big arm circles we did earlier? This helps. But don't forget your left arm. Keep it lifted strong and high at the top. Breathe. Weight into the left leg. Weight out of the right. Reach your right hand around. All 5 fingers capture inside the right foot. Bring your knees back together. Lengthen up. And then kick into your back hand. Kick back. Then try to kick up. As you're kicking up, left arm is a counterbalance. It reaches forward. Breathe. Kick back, kick up, breathe. Finish. Right foot meets left, both arms go up. Start to circle the left arm, back and around. Start thinking about the right foot being the foundation. Left hand captures inside the left foot. Knees, bring them back together. Lengthen up through your right fingers. Stay right here if you like. I'm gonna kick into my back hand. I'm gonna reach my right arm forward. I'm gonna kick back, kick up, breathe, reach, stretch, finish. Left foot meets right. Hands back to prayer center. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Let it go. When you're ready, hinge forward. Fold in half. Inhale, halfway lift. Back is straight. Exhale, plant your hands. Do your Chaturanga Dandasana if you want, or just come back to downward facing dog. I'm gonna go high plank to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. In down dog, kick your right leg high. Exhale, sweep that right knee through and bring the right knee behind the right wrist. Send your left leg long and straight on your mat. Top of the left foot on your mat. Right foot, grab your right foot with your left hand and work your right shin a little more parallel to the top of the mat. Left leg is long and straight. Put a block under your right glutes and come on down to your half pigeon pose, Ekapada Rajakapotasana. Breathe in, breathe out. Let it go. Yesterday, we did this pose reclined. I'll do it again, reclined, tomorrow. So you can see what it's like to do this on your back and get the same sensation without having to come down to your knees if you don't like being on your knees. Check us out tomorrow. All right, press into your hands. Remove the block from behind and put it on the other side. Tuck your back left toes under, send your right leg back high to the sky, shake it out. 3-legged down dog. Right foot meets left, left leg's turn. Kick the left leg high. Exhale, sweep it through. This time, left wrist, left knee meet each other. Right leg goes long. Work your left shin, more parallel to the top of the mat. Adjust your hips, the block underneath the left set of glutes will give you that nice stretch and ensure that you don't collapse onto the, bent leg side. You want to get the most out of it. Bring your hands down, rest in the shoulders, take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. This is a pose that we also can take, like I said, on our back, or we'll take this pose and hold it for a long period of time. Feels really good. We do that in our Thursdays and Sundays practice. Check us out. Press into your hands. Remove that block. Tuck your back right toes back to a natural position, or untuck, I guess. Or just tuck. Okay, I don't know. Send your left leg high. Shake it out. Come back to your down dog and pedal it out. Chaturanga Dandasana if you want. Breathe. We'll meet back in down dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Once you're in your down dog, then still your heels. Hinge forward to a high plank just for a second. Keep your elbows hugged in. Come all the way down nice and slowly to your belly. Let's do Cobra pose, Bhujangasana. Zip up your legs, big toes touch. Hands are under your collarbones. Squeeze your elbows toward your back. Everything's tight and concise here. Keep your neck nice and long. Don't turn it. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. On this next inhale, push the tops of your feet into the mat, lift through your chest, straighten in the arms, lift on up. There's your seal pose. Let's take it to a cobra. Come on down. Bend your elbows. Keep that bend in the elbows. This time, gaze goes up and forward. Lift your hands up, squeezing the shoulders towards your spine. Breathe. Little to no weight in your hands. Lift a little higher. Hold it, and then come down. Come down. Arms go down by your sides. Turn your head so your left cheek is on your mat. Shoulders away from the ears. Breathe. Bring your head back to the midline. Bend your knees. Work your hands around, capture the outsides of your ankles. If there's no way you're getting there today, just act as if you're kicking your heels towards your bottom. I'm gonna capture the outside of my ankles. Bringing the knees back to the midline. Heels toward the bottom. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, kick. Kick hard into the hands. Lift, lift, breathe. Lift through the chest, lift through the thighs, then release. Legs come down, arms go down, turn your head so your right cheek is on your mat. Breathe in, breathe out, let it go. Head back to the midline. Bend the elbows, hands under the collarbones. Press on up your seal pose. Arms are straight, soften in the glutes. Come up to standing on your knees. While standing on your knees, find your eye shade and your towel, push it toward the top of your mat. All right, when you're ready, camel pose. All right, bring your block to its highest height between your ankles and give it a good squeeze. Give it a good squeeze, place your hands on your low back. Squeeze your elbows toward your spine. Look up to where the ceiling and the wall meet. Look up overhead. Maybe take your right hand and reach it back and reach for that block. Maybe take your left hand and reach it back for that block. You can stay right here. Maybe you don't do that. Maybe your shoulders are over your hips and your hands stay at your low back and you push your hips forward while looking up. Totally fine. I'm gonna take my right hand now and I'm gonna reach for my right heel. Then I'm gonna take my left arm and I'm gonna reach up and breathe. Look up and finish. Bring your chest back to the midline. Hold it here. Hands back to your low back. Push your hips forward. Bring your left hand down to your left heel or to the block. Right arm rises up to the sky. Breathe, stretch, let it feel good, let it feel right. Come on back up. Chest to the front of the room. Put your hands at your low back. Push your hips forward, squeeze your elbows towards your spine. Come on down, have a seat on your heels and remove the block. Have a seat on your heels, take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out, let it go. All right, swing your legs around. Seated forward fold. Legs are long and together, toes up toward the sky, lift your arms up. Exhale, reach forward, stretch, decompress your low back. Think of that forward fold position, you know, when we're standing and we fold forward. Do the same thing here. This time capture your ankles, your knees, your thighs, whatever you can reach. Hug your elbows in, stretch it out. Inhale, shoulders up over your wrists, over your hips. Spread your legs wide, walk your hands forward. Breathe. Come on up to a seated position. Come on down, make your way down to a bridge pose. So come on down, bend your knees, arms down by your sides, push into your hips, lift your hips up to the sky. Feels nice in those hip flexors again, doesn't it? Lift up, breathe, arms down by your sides, and maybe bring your heels closer to your bottom. Little teeny pulses here, up toward the sky. Tuck your shoulders under, tuck your shoulders under. Breathe, breathe, lift, lift, finish. Roll your spine down, one vertebra at a time. Send your left leg long, hug your right knee in towards your chest. Interlace your fingers under the knee. Circle the right ankle to the right and to the left. All the while drawing the left toes toward the shin, letting your calf stay down. Hug it in. Now imagine pulling the knee out to the side and hugging it in to your hip socket here. Bring the knee back in a little bit and hug it in one more time. And then release the right leg long. Calf on the mat. Use your toes drawn toward the shin to make that happen. Draw your left knee up. Hug the left knee in. Circle the ankle this way and that. Hug it in, squeeze it in. Imagine the hip coming out, tucking the knee toward the armpit a little bit more. And then releasing it a little bit and bringing it back in and hugging it. Release the left leg long. Drag both heels up. Hug them in by holding underneath the knees. Peel your shoulders up and go for like kissing your knees. Then come down, recline, legs go long. Heels out a little bit. Pinky toes fall toward the edge of the earth, toward the edges of your mat. Feels like the edge of the earth sometimes. Take your eye shade or your towel and cover your eyes. Arms down by your sides, palms face up, shoulders away from the ears. Final Shavasana pose. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. And final Shavasana. Final Shavasana music, please. There we go. Breathe in. Breathe out. Your practice, your way. Just move. Have the courage to try and just do. Is your world shrinking or is your world expanding? Breathe in. Breathe out. Soften the area between the eyebrows, no stress there. And if your remote control is handy, you can push pause and stay in this final Shavasana pose longer. It's your practice, you do it your way. When you're ready to conclude your practice, just hit play again, and you'll come back to this point where we take a deep breath in and a big sighing breath out, wiggling our fingers and our toes, circling the wrists and the ankles all different ways. Maybe spread your toes and fingers and give them an extra good, different kind of wiggle. On an inhale, reach your arms up high overhead and stretch. Like your first stretch before you get out of bed every morning. See, you're doing yoga before you even get out of bed. Bend your knees, bend your elbows, roll onto one side or the other. Low arms bicep is a pillow for your head. Close your eyes and breathe. Slowly drift on up. Open or close your eyes. It's up to you. Use your hands or not. It's up to you. Everything's up to you. Sit however is comfortable. Bring your hands to prayer center. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Blink your eyes open. You did it. You did an hour of yoga. I don't know about you, but I'm kind of sweating a little bit. It's all good. It's all good. You took a stress number in the beginning. Come back to that stress number. What is it now? Yoga works your mind. It works your body. It works your soul. It really, really helps expand your life. And you want to have that courage to do just that. Keep that growth mindset going. All right, so here's the deal. I said this yesterday, but I liked it so much. In conclusion, my friends, fill your minds with those things that are good and that deserve praise, things that are true, things that are noble, things that are right, things that are pure, things that are lovely, and things that are honorable. Have courage. Think on those things, meditate on those things, dwell on those things, and become those things. Love you guys. See you on your mats tomorrow. Goodbye. Hi, Piper. See ya. You're still here, and I'm really glad for that. Keep this in mind. The path is made through repetition. Keep showing up, and good things will happen. You know that. I'm glad that you're still sticking around. Tell your friends what the yoga's doing for you. Our yoga is free for anybody and everybody on Facebook and YouTube, and they can join in anytime from the privacy of their own home. Tell them about our practice, please. If you'd like to support our broadcast, you can visit our website. It's www.316yoga.com. Stay on your path, enjoy your yoga, and have a great rest of your day. See you on your mats tomorrow.